right, guys, here we are. You just look around, there's just boats everywhere, just up and down the docks. REDCREST, it's finally here. You know, it's you guys followed along on the channel all year to go through all the different stages, the highs and the lows, but we made it, and pretty excited to be here. These championship events are really unique. The money's, you know, obviously a lot better. The everything's just ramped up here, a lot more media. It's just it gets my blood flowing, and nothing more than I'd love to go out there today and just really light it on fire and get this thing kicked off right. Just put as many squirrels in the boat as I possibly can. Kind of nervous about it all, to be honest. Kind of duplicated a lot. You know, I got some areas that I can get a lot of bites and a lot of bites quickly, but then you're like, oh man, this looks just like it. You wouldn't get a bite there. So that's the only really kind of frustrating or doubting part of it, is that, you know, when on a lake like this, so you're trying to run a pattern and you go to duplicate it, it wouldn't happen very often. So that's kind of frustrating, but I think a lot of that has to do with the water changing and the lake's changing fast. So, you know, I need to go today and fish spots that maybe I didn't even get a bite in practice. So I don't know, interesting. It'll be good. We'll be getting it all going today. You guys follow along. It's going to be interesting.
He thought about it when he was going by. It's like, man, I don't know, is he gonna? Thank goodness he moved.
I just don't want to sit out here and show everybody if I catch them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, that's the deal. I mean, you guys are so good at recognizing everybody else's boats. When they're going by, they're like, oh, yeah, I seen Edwin right there. Yeah, it's amazing how good you guys can recognize everybody else's boats. 3, 2, 1, REDCREST.
He's not too bad. That's about horrible.
7 or 8 shorts.
Nowhere to go but up from here.
What?
Nowhere to go but up from here. Maybe. On the board. Finally, goodness gracious. Hopefully.
Lock in there, baby. Here we go. Very good. 2 pounds, 3 ounces.
2, 3.
There you go. Good job, dude.
Thanks, buddy.
Pounds, 13 ounces.
Thank you. That's what they should be doing. I promise you, they should be right up there on those gravel bars.
Water temperature the way it is, that's...
Bigger than I thought. Come on, baby, please be 2 pounds. Be 2 pounds. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, yes.
2 pounds, 0 ounces.
Yes. Thank you. I'm not gonna say I had a great practice, but I had a decent practice. Had a couple things going. A current bite, on main lake points that had quite a few fish on them with a swim bait, and then some secondary stuff where I really thought the spotted bass were spawning. Had quite a few bites on a shaky head on that stuff in practice, and they were good ones. And those fish have gone. Like, I can't get bit doing either one of those things. I understand the swim bait fish on points, because we got a lot less current. I don't understand the shaky head fish on those shallow gravel bars. It's the time of year those fish should be pulling up every day to spawn. Like, it's 64-degree water, it's little shell beds and gravel bars where those things are going to spawn in that 6, 7, 8 feet of water. It's not a current related deal, and you just feel like you try to find something where fish are moving to, and man, this active target stuff is really eye-opening to see that many fish caught out in the middle of the lake when you're running around, and you see, the majority of the leaders out in the middle of the lake active targeting scoping fish. It's just crazy. Water's 62 to 64 degrees in the main lake, and heck, there's 70-degree water in the backs of pockets. So kind of frustrating, but thing about this sport, you never stop learning. When you think you know it all, buddy, you better pack your bags, because you're fixing to go home. And if I don't pull my head out of my hind end tomorrow, I'm going to be going home too. So we got to back up, hunt, and come up with a new game plan. Oh, guys, here we go. Day 2, REDCREST. Super excited to be here. I'm just frustrated with my day yesterday. We kind of talked about it when we got off the water, but we got the clouds. I don't think the storms are really going to affect us today. When I look at that radar, I don't think it's going to. Might not even get any rain. So the wind's blowing. We got a lot more wind today, so the bite should be a lot better. I'm gonna fish it, power fish it like I always would. Cover a bunch of water, and just 35 pounds is not out of the realm. So that's my goal today, and I'm gonna try to make it happen. Try to make a big jump and make it to the next round. If I can survive today, then I still have a chance. All right.
John Cox, 2.
Catfish. I am so good at these. No, I told you it was a catfish. I told you it was a catfish.
It's not bad. Underwear without the hole and elastic from
That one was sitting up way high like a bass. Is it 2 pounds?
Oh yeah. Lord. 2 pounds, 2 ounce. Oh,
What?
put that back on there. It didn't lock. I don't know why it didn't lock. It's there finally.
Very good.
30 seconds.
Well, get that paper out. I'm gonna sign it. We'll try to get back and beat that crowd.
Six, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lines out and grab.
Oh my goodness, did you put anything on there? Oh golly, it's been a long time having a bad day like that. Well, shoot.
Quick ticket as we
Oh yeah, you're fine. I'm just idling out. Just idling out.
I think I'm retired today.
No, you're not.
And I'm loving the fishing and I'm spent.
Yeah, I can understand.
A ton of money on this one.
Guys, not the REDCREST I wanted to have, you know, it just, I'm kind of like, I just wrote a blog, you know, today that's going to come out on Major League Fishing. It's probably already out by the time you guys see this video, but you never stop learning. I never stop learning in this sport. You know, I've never seen fish out suspended in the middle of the lake with the water temperature being 64 degrees, the middle of March. There's actually 67, 70 degree water in the backs of pockets in this lake. I just felt like fish would be moving towards the bank, you know, and my pattern of fishing those shallow gravel bars with a shaky head, I really thought that would get stronger as the tournament went. I could see that the, you know, possibly the current fish, those swim bait fish, some of that other stuff that I had going could go away, but it just got my head scratching, you know, and it's just one of those things that you've got to look at. You got to cover all your bases. Never thought there'd be fish out in the middle of this lake, you know, like that with these conditions in the middle of March. So you never stop learning this sport. Makes me want to go to the next one that much harder. We're going to Dale Hollow to make sure I get qualified for the next REDCREST. So the power stop breakdown, you know, I had a really good practice here. It's probably one of the reasons I didn't do any good. I was so locked into a couple things. You know, my backup plan, my pattern that I really thought was going to get me through it was that shaky head on gravel bars for fish coming up spawning. I was just using a couple different worms. I had a 1/4 ounce Fusion Berkeley head, and then I had a methylate power worm on there, and then I had a green pumpkin power worm. So whenever it got, you know, clear and calm conditions, and then under those cloudy, windy conditions, I'd use that bright worm. Those spots really seemed to eat it. You know, the other thing that I had going, you know, and it kind of went away because we didn't get the current that was projected towards the end of the week that we had at the beginning, was a Savage Gear Cannibal Shad, that 3-inch model. Man, I could just reel that at all the speeds. It really operated well. just a neat little bait. I had that Cannibal Shad on, you know, just a 7'2", medium action Johnny Morris Signature Series rod. I had that shaky head actually on a bait casting gear, and I had that on that 7.4 Platinum medium heavy rod, again a 12-pound test, both those with platinum reels. One, the swim bait, a slower gear ratio reel, the shaky head, a higher gear ratio reel to be able to set the hook. But appreciate you guys following along. We're out of here. REDCREST is over. Big congratulations to Dustin Connell. Big thank you to all the fans that came out. We'll see you guys next week. From the bottom of my heart.
From the dig top.
Yeah, appreciate you, man.
Thank you, my brother. I appreciate
you a bunch.
I was telling Adam, you're the best guy to work with, the best guy to hang out with.
Unless he writes my blog. Who's caught the biggest fish between the two of you?
He's caught the biggest. I've caught the most.
Yeah, I catch the bigger ones, he catches the
Well,
most.
that sounds like a perfect team partner deal. That works good.
It works.
Yeah, you get the limit and the big one.